I've been wanting a set like the Endor Speeder Chase diorama for some time. I've always loved the Battle of Endor. However, I will not pay $80 for that set. I will wait for it to go down to at least below $60. But that set did inspire me to kind of build some little nature mock. So I decided to buy some pieces off of Bricklink and create what you see in front of you. This little diorama that I call Ewok Ambush. Now, obviously, I took a lot of inspiration from the official Endor Speeder Chase diorama set, that being including the 2 trees, using that brick build technique, where the interior kind of looks like this, and there are just plates along the side of these bricks, so it creates kind of a snot technique with some interesting texture. But I also really wanted to make this for myself, and I got a whole bunch of tree pieces recently, with a whole bunch of these little brown handlebar pieces to hold on the tree limbs, kind of like in the bonsai tree official set, if any of you have that. I also did get a whole bunch of little pieces for the ground. The store I was buying these parts from had a whole bunch of these 2x2 wedge plates in both dark tan and olive green, so a lot of the base down here, which is kind of covered up by the vegetation, is made up primarily of those 2 plates, as well as a base layer of dark tan. I also got a whole bunch of these little leaf pieces, as well as a ton of lily pads to create a very consistent yet simple texture for this little landscaping here. And what I did was I took the speeder bike from the Ewok Village set, I swapped out the Scout Trooper's helmet to be one of the newer helmets, and I surrounded all the Ewoks from the Ewok Village around this Scout Trooper to kind of make it a similar scene to the Endor chase. And as we come down here, you can see some of the other different plant pieces that I did utilize, like the grass pieces and the stick pieces, as well as some of these funky plants. I like to think of these as like Felicia plants in a way. But over here, you can see that I put some of those wedge plates along the edge of the tree so that there's like moss growing up the tree, as well as at the top. And then as you can see for some of these designs, I had these this 1x2 plate with a clip, as well as one of the Among Us pieces holding up these tree branches as well. I don't remember exactly how I had that on there, so we're just gonna put that like so for now. But a mix of bright green, regular green, and some dark green up in this tree up here created some very interesting textures, and I'm very happy with how this came out. I also took some of these smaller leaf pieces and put them as little moss climbing up the tree there. And then I just kind of went to town on the details, and the base down here, it's pretty much a clear path for the speeder to go through. Supposedly, maybe the Empire carved out this path as a speeder like, going on his daily routine. And I just put all the Ewoks from the Ewok Village throughout. I personally like Wicket over here. He's hanging from the tree. He's he's stabilized by having the spear in one of these holes of the leaves, so that he's like swinging up, so that he can attack the Scout Trooper to whatever degree of success that allows him to. But I very much like the way that this came out. These Ewoks just kind of loosely placed here, but I've never used these guys in a mock before. I've always just had them displayed next to the Ewok Village, or just on the separate stand I have for the Ewok Village figures. But that is my very simple little Endor mock. I think it goes pretty well with the Palpatine throne room back there. And I paid a fraction of the cost for it because I just had to buy some of these pieces off of Bricklink, and they are pieces I will use in future mocks quite a lot. So that's going to just about do it for this little mock showcase video, guys. Thank you for tuning in, and subscribe to see more. This has been Brian from Watermelon Studios. Peace out, guys.